Hi, I'm Amy Davenport, and I'm the Programming and Outreach Librarian at the Bethel Public Library. While we're all sheltering in place, I thought I'd share a few thoughts on a recent book, The Last Goodnight by Howard Blum. Personally, I read a great deal of nonfiction, even though I was an English literature major in college. And for the past year or so, I've been immersed in World War II. But I've always been interested in code breaking, the Enigma machine, and spies. And coinciding with the 75th anniversary of D-Day last year, there was a flurry of new books about women spies. And the one I'm sharing with you today, The Last Goodnight, Howard Blum, is really straddles the line between a fiction and a nonfiction book. And it's a memoir that reads like a very enjoyable fictional novel. It's a story of an American bored housewife in an unfulfilled marriage to a career diplomat. And she ends up becoming an Allied spy during World War II and is ultimately hailed by the OSS as the greatest unsung heroine of the war. Betty Pack is her name. She was an American debutante, and she was beautiful, and she was charming, and she was intelligent. She first worked for MI6 and then ultimately the OSS. And she was known as the Mata Hari of Minnesota. Betty, and her code name was Cynthia, seduces diplomats and military attaches across the globe. She cracked embassy safes in order to get codes, and she was ultimately responsible for securing the Polish notebooks that proved critical to Alan Turing when he broke the Enigma code. The author reveals a very troubled woman, conflicted, frankly, by the very traits that made her successful. She had a lack of deep emotional commitments to anything except her cause, and she had an enormous risk-taking attitude toward, frankly, everything. The book kind of reads like a suspense novel more than a history book, and it's been optioned to be a major motion picture, interestingly enough. However, you need to be prepared, I think, for a protagonist who has no problem taking the moral low ground to achieve her goals. Howard Blum, the author, is conflicted about her as a subject, and you very well may be also. But her achievements are certainly unquestioned. Uh, the ends in this case did justify the means, but she is a very troubled character to feel any kind of sympathy for. And if I've piqued your interest at all, this book is available on Hoopla, which is obviously accessible through the library website and through your library card. So if I've challenged your thinking on women spies, and this one particular, please take a look on Hoopla and check out the book. And when the library reopens, please stop by and tell me what you thought of it. Appreciate your time. Thanks.